Hi, boys and girls. Welcome back to Penny's Reading Nook. I'm here at the Patch office in Spencer, and oh, I'm glad to see you today. And I have a story to tell you today, but it's not your traditional storybook. This story it is a file folder story, okay? So you will see here in front of you that I have a folder, a file folder, and I took a picture of a monster, had a little monster shape, and I traced it on the file folder. And Miss Pam, she's my cutter. She likes to do the cutting. I do not like to cut. So Miss Pam cut the monster shape out for me. And I got some stickers out and I made him a little monster face. And then what I did was I laminated this so it will last us longer, okay? This is something you could do at home if you ask your mom and dad if they have some file folders and some paper. You can get creative and draw a face on there. You don't have to laminate yours. Just have a piece of paper that you can put the monster's face on for each one of them. You kind of see as we go along and you'll get the idea of what I mean by having a face on each one. Okay, so let's get started. This little guy right here, his name is Number Monster. And Number Monster wanted to count so he could always know the amount. On Monday, he ate through 1, 2, 3, 4. But he wanted to count some more. Oh, that one comes out. Whoop. On Tuesday, he ate 5, 6, 7, 8. Learning to count is really great. Wednesday, he feasted on 9 and 10. Oh, he could hardly wait to eat again. What comes next? You know what day comes after Wednesday? You're right, Thursday. Thursday, 11, 12, 13 went down. Then he took a walk into town. What comes after Thursday? Then there was Friday. There was 14, 15, 16. Whew! Those were the largest numbers he had seen. Then comes Saturday. 17, 18, and 19 went in his tummy. Oh, goodness. Those numbers are so yummy. And what comes after Saturday? Sunday. Oops, about lost Sunday. Sunday, 20 was all he could do. He said, whew, I'm stuffed with numbers. It's true. All right, that was just a really short little file folder story where he had to count to 20. And he also had to know the days of the week for that one, didn't he? That was a pretty cute one. I like that one. Well, to have a project to go along with numbers, we're going to make something, and then we're also going to play a game with it, okay? If you look here, I have an alligator, and let's get my glasses on where I can see. I took 2 green popsicle sticks, and I glued them together. And then I have a little eye there for the alligator eye. And you turn that over, you can see that I took a piece of white foam. You could use white cardstock or a white piece of paper. You need to cut some teeth out for your alligator, okay? So once you get your teeth cut out for your alligator, you've got the 2 sticks glued together, and you're going to glue his teeth on the back, and then we got his tooth. Now what we're going to talk about is the numbers in your math. You have more than or greater than, less than, and equal to, okay? Now the alligator with his numbers, he likes to turn his back to the little number because he's like, I don't need that little number, I'm going to be hungry. But then if a big number happens to be first, he wants to turn, he's like, ooh, look at that large number. And then he turns over and he's going to eat that number, and then it's going to be is greater than. So when you're thinking about greater than and less than, the alligator wants his mouth opened to the bigger number, and then he wants to turn his back to the little number because, that's not going to fill him up. He needs a lot to eat. But then you also had to have, if you listened, was paying attention, I said there was one that was equal to. So that's when both numbers would be the same. So for that one, I got out my purple popsicle sticks. Now, he was a little more tricky to put together. So you've got your purple popsicle sticks, and you can do whatever color you want, paint them, whatever. Mine already were colored. I got the foam and I made the mouth. But if you look, how would you keep them together? You know, how would you make his mouth? I took two little Q-tips and I cut the ends off of the Q-tips and I hot glued them on there together. Okay? And that way you can see his mouth is together in one piece and you don't have to try to keep the pieces together. So we have a monster that is equal to when our numbers are the same. And then we have our alligator who is less than, where he turns his back to the little number, and then turning the other way, and he's a greater than. He's going to eat the big numbers, okay? So you've got those made, right? All right, so we'll move those out of the way for right now. We'll put them up here at the top. Then we need some numbers, right? Well, I had an old box of phase 10 cards. I've lost some of the cards over the year, and I thought, you know what? This would be a good game for the alligator. We'll use the phase 10 cards. Now, to play this game, you can either do this game by yourself or you can get someone to play with you. If you don't have an old deck of cards, just get you some paper, cut some paper out in squares or rectangles, write a bunch of numbers on them, and then put them in a pile where you can't see what the numbers are. And then we're going to take turns. We're going to turn a number over. Okay, our first number is the number what? What's that number? You're right. That's the number 4. You guys are so smart. And then we would take another card. Oh, what's that number? The number 10. Okay, so we have a number 4 and we have a number 10. So we need to get our alligator out. Okay, so the little number is first. So is the alligator going to have his mouth open to that little number to eat it? Or is he going to say, oh, no, thank you. I'm turning my back on you. I want to eat the big number. So which way do you think it's going to go? Is his mouth open to the number 4? Or is he going to turn his back on the number 4? You're right. He's going to turn his back on the number 4 because he's like, oh, that's a little number. I need a big number to eat. So when we would look at this, we would say 4 is less than 10. So you see how we're going with that? Is it less than? Is it greater than? Or is it equal to? Okay, these are some good math props to have to make a good math game. So let's play a couple more rounds. All right, my next card is number 4 again. Come on, I just had a 4. Ooh, and another 4. Okay, so we have 4 and 4. What is that going to be? Have any ideas? That's right, it is equal to, because both numbers are the same. So we will say 4 is equal to 4. All right, good job. Let's do one more. All right, we have the number 11, and then we have the number 8. Okay, so we have two different numbers, the number 11 and the number 8. So the big number is first, so let's get our alligator. Here he comes. Okay, so the big number is first. So is he going to turn his back on the big number? Or is he going to open his mouth to the big number and chomp, 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 have a little snack? What do you think? You're right. He's going to open his mouth to the number 11. You guys are so smart. So when we look at this, we're going to say 11 is greater than 8. All right. Well, you know, you can have so much fun doing that, boys and girls, and I will tell you, the 3- and 4-year-olds in my class at Building Blocks, they love to do greater than and less than and equal to. They think it's so funny when we get to do the equal to. They think he's kind of funny. And you just have to remember when you're doing greater than and less than, it's just a little trick. You always go by this first number. If it is the bigger number, the alligator is going to open his mouth to it, okay, because he wants to chomp down on the big number. And if it happens to be like the little number, he's going to turn his back to it, okay? And then that's how you get less than. You always want to go by this first number, whichever is the bigger or the smaller, or is it equal to, okay? So, boys and girls, I hope you try to make these at home, and it's a good math activity. I hope you like it as well as everyone at Building Blocks in my class likes it. And you know what? I'm done for the day. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.